Hello everyone, and welcome to this lecture. We're looking at the costs and benefits of unemployment. So first of all, I want you to watch my first video of the causes of unemployment, where I go through the different types of unemployment. So we're looking at the big debate essay about unemployment. We make this assumption in economics that higher levels of unemployment is always going to be bad for the economy. So we have to understand that the objectives of government tend to target unemployment so that they can be low and stable in a country. So I want to look at the costs that affect the whole economy and the costs which affect individuals. So the first cost on my list of the costs which affect the whole economy is lost output. So think labor as a resource. What a wasted resource if it not being utilized. So each worker is a productive potential. So each worker is a contribution to the economic growth of a country. So if that worker is being unemployed, so we're losing out on valuable resources. We're losing out on productive potential. That's how you explain lost output being another major pillar of the cost of unemployment. So worker is a valuable resource. If that worker was employed, he was going to produce, have a productive potential, a productive capacity to the economy, contribute to economic growth. So we are hindering economic growth by lost output. So the other cost is deterioration of government finance. So we have to talk about deterioration in government finance. How can government finance deteriorate when there is high levels of unemployment? So there tend to be three ways in which government finance can deteriorate, whereby we're talking about increasing spending on benefits, then reduce income tax, then spending on areas with higher unemployment. So we have to talk about those three ways in which government finance can deteriorate. So talking about government spending on benefits, so we are talking about a country that have a strong welfare state which can support the unemployed. So when there is high unemployment in that country, they're likely to spend much of their money on giving unemployment benefits. So that can make the government finance deteriorate. It can be negative because of that. Talking about reducing income tax, because we know that income tax is a huge government revenue, source of government revenue. So by reducing income tax, we are talking about there will be less people at work, so the government will have less people to tax money from. So that's how we talk about reducing of income tax. Talking about government spending on areas with high unemployment, it's going to be a major issue. Talking about those issues like depression, crime rates, high divorce rates are also going to contribute to such issues whereby government has to spend much on giving unemployment benefits. So you have to consider the issue of opportunity cost. The two ways in which opportunity cost argument is going to be made will be very important. Talking about how opportunity cost argument, how is the government going to finance the spendings? Are they going to finance the spending by borrowing money? That's going to be a huge consequence on future generations. Maybe there will be tax rises in the future. That is going to hinder the burden future generations. So that is not a good way. It's a sustainable way to grow as an economy. That is a huge opportunity cost argument. Talking about government being able to cut on essential macroeconomic objectives such as spending on development, on key infrastructure. So that's going to hinder the poor the most. Talking about how education is going to be cut, talking about how healthcare is going to suffer when they are spending their benefits, spending their money on giving those people benefits. That's some of the huge issues about deterioration of government finance that you have to mention. So when we talk about the other argument, the other costs is services. Services is all about talking about long-term unemployment, when a worker is being unemployed for a long period of time. So that worker keep on being rejected, keep on trying to find work, trying to compete with the freshly unemployed, but keep on being rejected. So that worker, the time that it takes being out of the labor force will be too long. His skills become outdated. Then you feel like it's worthless. We are losing our productive potential. So those people, if they exit out of the labor force, they will never come back again. So we're losing out on productive potential because that worker was supposed to be productive. That's what you call by a status argument, whereby a worker will be unemployed for a long period of time. So he keeps on finding it difficult for him to actually get a job. So this one is very deadly to the economy because you are losing out on productive potential, we are losing out also on skills, we are losing out on economic growth. So some of the arguments that you have to talk about. You'll be writing a very powerful essay. So the other point is what is it again? The other point is social cost. Social costs, we're talking about those things which are socially related to the people, talking about the issue of higher crime rates, high depression rates, high divorce rates. There is need for government to spend much of its money on those social costs, trying to spend their money on police services, trying to spend their money on judiciary services, try to reduce such issues. That's the social cost argument to the economy. And the last costs which affect the whole economy, we're talking about reduce trade in other countries. So we're talking about the UK is a big domestic country for both USA and Germany. So if unemployment is high in UK, countries like Germany and USA, if unemployment is high in UK, they are not going to